What's going on, yo? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
We back. You know, we're a quarter of the way through the regular season already.
Let's not talk about it.
Time flies when you're having fun. You're
having fun? I'm glad you are.
I'm having fun, but I'm also not having fun at the same time.
Yeah. I'm having a pretty miserable time.
I know, it could be two polar opposites.
We peaked in the first half of week 1.
Y'all the Packers, for real.
Yeah. Straight up.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-hosts, Kyle and Smitty. Say what's up.
What's happening?
We got a nice show for y'all tonight. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Y'all been killing it the last couple weeks, so keep it going. We ain't stopping at week 4. Just because it's Red October don't mean that we're stopping. So keep doing it. Keep keeping on.
Yeah, we really appreciate y'all. We just crossed 1 million channel views over the last month on our channel. We appreciate that. That's absolutely incredible. We're going to continue to pump out these shorts and this content, clipping stuff from the podcast. You know, just get our content out there as much as we can. But you got to do your part. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you do all those types of things. But again, we really appreciate y'all because the growth has been crazy. I feel like every week we come on here, we're hitting a new subscriber milestone, and it's just really exciting. We couldn't appreciate you guys more for it.
Yeah. Keep up the support. We appreciate it.
Right. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing on 4133 The Pod as well for Smitty's channel. We should do that as well, too. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So let's talk about it. Let's open up and kind of clear the air with the elephant in the room. A lot of discourse. We'll get into exactly how the Eagles game went and bring Smitty on here in a couple minutes. But through the win, the ugly win, of course, media and A.J. Brown, another saga. After the ugly performance, A.J. Brown, frustration got the best of him, put out a tweet of a Bible verse. And the media ran with it. And now here we are. Everybody's thinking, oh, A.J. Brown doesn't want to be an Eagle. Oh, the Eagles are cooked. A.J. Brown doesn't want to be there. He's mad that he's not getting the ball. So wanted to really clear the air and tell the truth about the situation and not the clickbaity nonsense that everybody wants to believe. So this isn't the first time that A.J. Brown had a blow up that went viral in the media and was a big distraction. We saw it last year when we had disgusting performance against the Panthers, and they asked A.J. Brown, well, what needs to change? And all he said was passing. Everybody was hot to trot that, A.J. Brown's not happy. He's not getting the ball. He's not happy with Jalen Hurts. They don't like each other. He wants out. That wasn't the case, obviously. He's frustrated that we as a collective unit weren't playing up to our standard.
Right.
Not that he wasn't getting the ball. And you saw that in the Steelers game. We made it a point of emphasis when, he was vocal about it. BG kind of spilled the beans during the week and blew it up even further. But they had to make it a point to get the pass game right. And they did. And then the rest was history. We've got another Super Bowl chip to show for it. So when you look at this, I find it very similar. As a collective, this offense has not looked good over the first 4 weeks. There's been modest improvement if you want to be really optimistic. But when it comes to some of these play calls and the schemes that they're drawing up to get AJ and Devontae and Dallas Goedert open, and Saquon in the run game, it's just been terrible. It's been awful. So I completely justify AJ Brown's frustration. I really do. I totally agree, because I've sat up here on this program for 4 weeks telling you guys the offense does not look like it should. We need to improve. We can't sustain this. And AJ Brown said it not only this past week, but the week prior when we beat the Rams. He said it. He's like, this isn't sustainable, and you got to question that. Totally fair. But the Twitter post obviously blew everything out of proportion. Everybody wanted to speculate because obviously he was upset that we looked the way that we did, and he just let his frustrations get the best of him. So, for everybody out there saying, "Oh, well, AJ Brown doesn't want to be here," that's BS. He's been on record multiple times saying, "Philly's my home. I love it here. I want to retire an Eagle." He said it. Financially, we cannot let it go without ruining the timeline. So that's out of the equation. He's just going to kind of have to eat it. And, we got to solve this like men and move on. And that's really where I'm at with it. Like, if anybody he's pointing blame to, it's Kevin Patullo. And maybe Nick Sirianni to agree, because he has to sign up on that offense. So we'll get more into it. But, I really think it's just, overall, he knows, like we all know, what this offense is capable of, and we're just underachieving. It's frustrating because we want to get it going. We saw flashes, the Rams second half, the first half in the Bucks. We've seen flashes of what we could be.
Yep.
I'd be more consistent. That's where the frustration is. It's not that he's not getting his targets, he's not getting his numbers. It's an overall team thing. So that's where I'm at with it. He's just he's just a misunderstood player, and a lot of people in the media and the social media era want to bloviate that. But that's the truth about the AJ Brown saga.
Let me give my piece on it. So I don't think it really is a big deal what he said. I mean, like, to be fair, that is probably something that he's preaching behind closed doors anyways, that they need to fucking open up the offense a little bit more and get him more involved, because when you're a top 10 wide receiver in football, you make a difference on your offense when you're getting targeted. My only issue with it is, you would think he'd learn from last year to just shut the fuck up to the media, because he knows that this is what happens. Yeah. This is what happens when you say some shit in the media, and now there's conversations. He knew he was going to have to sit in the locker room and apologize and do shit like that the second he sent out that tweet. That's my only thing. It's like he's kind of just doing it to himself. Like, if it's, I don't even think it's causing an issue in the locker room. I just think it makes him look like a fucking idiot. That's what I think it does. Because it's like, well, if CeeDee Lamb on the 1-3 Cowboys was like, I need to get the damn ball because he's only got 120 receiving yards through the first 3 weeks, I get it. You're 4-0. Like, and my thing is, yeah, you want to make the offense better, because he's absolutely right. This is unsustainable. Talk about it in your team meetings, dude. Let's not go to Twitter and cause a big uproar. And now you got 40 reporters in your locker room asking questions on if you even want to be here or not.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I did not agree with at all. Like,
right.
His stance, I completely justify. I get it. I sit here and watch these games start to finish every week, and I'm screaming at my TV that the offense is not playing to the standard that it should be, and it's not sustainable. But going to Twitter, going to the media, you can't do that.
Yeah, and it's not even the fact that that's what he did. It's that the exact same thing happened last year. And they had to, talk about it and, do the apology crap and stuff like that. Like, he knew that this is exactly how it was going to go. Because it really only does more harm than good. Because you could say the exact same stuff in these meeting rooms. If the wide receivers come in to the quarterback meetings and vice versa, if Jalen Hurts is sitting in on the wide receiver meetings, these are things getting talked about probably every single day. So because all of this does is create discourse around your team for the whole season, and then you've got distractions. Even if what he said was 100% true. This is why a team and obviously the Eagles have been way successful over the last few years. And they've been able to overcome stuff like this, but this is why New England was so great for 20 years. I'm sure Julian Edelman was pissed the fuck off when he only had 600 receiving yards the year they went to the Super Bowl and beat the Falcons. I'm sure he was pissed off. But it doesn't go out to the media. You keep it in your room, and that's kind of how it goes. That's my only thing.
Yeah. And to that point, I mean, nobody's sitting here remembering, oh, Julian Edelman had 600 yards when they went to the Super Bowl. They remember they won the Super Bowl. So for the whole talk of, oh, well, AJ is worried about his stats for his legacy is winning Super Bowls here. We're not going to care about his stats. And he's had 3 all-pro seasons where he's been 1,000+ every single season. He had the stretch in 2023 where he broke Megatron's record.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about stats. You got to look up for me. If there is a Hall of Famer, or if there's a player that won 2 Super Bowls that didn't make the Hall of Fame, because I honestly think we have at least 1 to 2 more. There has to be, especially if they were at the prime of their career, top 5 at their position. There's no way someone at top 5 at their position in their prime that's won 2 or 3 Super Bowls didn't make the Hall of Fame. That's not a conversation. So, yeah, it creates unnecessary discourse, but I just think that
MVS has 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but he wasn't top 5 in his position.
All right, hold on. Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
I definitely didn't like that. He made me come off the mic. So Kyle, you're gonna compare Julian Edelman to AJ Brown. What happened? Okay, so obviously that was rhetorical. What happened when Randy Moss joined that team?
They went 17-0 and lost in the Super Bowl.
How many did he break the receiving? Did he break the reception record that year?
Probably not.
Did he break the receiving yards for the Patriots that year? Receiving touchdowns?
Oh, I have no idea.
But they made, but if you could, you're the stat guy. So I'm just wondering. I would like you to tell me, how amazing that season was with him. Did they
I don't know, dude. I was fucking 10.
Did they not make sure the offense schemed him open on multiple occasions?
Yeah.
So you said in the meetings, AJ Brown should be bringing this. So what happens when you're bringing it up in meetings since let's say training camp, and then we come out and it still looked the same? And he voiced it in a very professional way, and nobody said it after the Rams game when he said we can't be stagnant. We got too many stars. We can't be not explosive. We can't be playing football like this because we can't sustain it. And then he says, you know what? I'm not gonna even do that again because that should have started a hailstorm. He put out a. Everybody says scripted, but it came from the Bible. I mean, everybody loved the God. Right. Everybody loved God, scriptures, and all that until it's a situation where they don't understand why it was said.
Right. Right. My problem is has nothing to do with what he said or anything like that. It all stems back to now we're having the same conversation we did last year. That's basically he knew that this was going to be the result.
But it's not even the same conversation though, Kyle. It's not even the same conversation. Nobody's attacking Jalen Hurts now. They're like, oh, AJ Brown is just upset. Oh, he's all this, all that. It's all about AJ Brown being a dumbass. You know what I mean? So I mean, it looks bad, but hopefully it gets the problem fixed though.
Right. I'm not even saying I don't have a problem with what he said. I'm just saying.
This is the 3rd year. I'm used to it now. That's why I said I wasn't going to speak on it. He did it in 22. He did it in 23. He did it in 24.
Yeah.
And he did it in 25. So I mean, it ain't changed nothing. He's every year he's been here, he's had a moment where people are like, "Well, AJ Brown doesn't want to be there," and it's like, okay,
Right. Yeah.
hey,
Very
what
true.
was this? Hey, do you remember what happened in 2023 when he last stopped?
2022. What year was that? That was
Hey,
when.
you remember what happened? He broke this significant receivers record. You know what I mean? After lashing out.
Mike Quick.
Nah.
Season.
Significant receiver, not Eagle receiver. Significant to the NFL.
Man, I don't know why. I don't
He
know
went on
why
a
I don't
long
remember
stretch of
him.
125 and a touchdown. I remember like
Oh,
briefly this guy named
Calvin
Calvin
Johnson.
Johnson.
That was 2023.
Yeah, I said 23.
Oh, no, you said 22.
No,
Yeah,
I said
yeah,
he said
2023.
no. Kyle said 22. I
Kyle,
said
you got me
23.
confused.
He went on
Yeah,
like a 6-game 125 and a touchdown.
yeah. And then last year, he said it, and we went on to win the Super Bowl. So there's a track record of like, we gotta tighten up, we gotta get our shit together, and it translating to success. But it's just everybody wants to run with that weak narrative that he doesn't want to be here, he's just out for his stats. He's not out for his stats.
He
Sure,
just want that shit
maybe
to
he
look
wants his
better,
numbers to
man.
look
We
better.
should have blowed them out on Sunday. He knew it.
Yeah.
That should have been complete belt. They should have no at no point in that game should they had an inkling that they felt like they could beat us.
Yeah, it was belt.
Yeah.
So I think from
it was,
this.
Listen, honest to God truth, I think it was a shot at Kevin. I'm just being real.
Oh yeah.
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, for sure. I would agree with that.
I mean, you watch some of the all 22 that's been floating on Twitter with some of these design play calls. I would be shooting my shots at him too.
Nah, he been a little goofy. He been a little goofy at times. Like, I mean, it don't help that like he knew, so he's trying to figure it out. But you got a team that got a window of winning, so like figuring out sometimes just ain't gonna be the greatest. But hey, it was also some plays missed, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts ain't absolved. Like he missed some plays while I watched the all 22. I'm like, yeah, the offensive line gave up a pressure, but you had an opportunity to get that ball out. Like you could have put it on the money. And I mean, he missed some plays, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a collective, so we got to get that shit together as a team, bro. We've been slacking a little bit.
Yeah, no question.
I would argue y'all's bigger problem is running the ball than it is passing the ball right now.
Yeah, I mean it goes hand in hand. Really, it's let's kind of get into that game. Beat Tampa, 31-26. Yeah, we can start with the bad. I think that offensive line, the run blocking, the pass blocking has been a huge problem. One way or the other, I think a lot of it has to do with injury, and a lot of it also has to do with sloppy play, penalties, things like that, and you're just seeing it's hurting the running game, and pass protection. Jalen Hurts doesn't trust it, and you're seeing he got concussed, I feel like, in the second half because they can't hold up. Numerous runs, and it wasn't even just this past week, but over the course of the first 4 weeks, it looks like Saquon's going to break one, and he just runs right into his linemen. Like they're in the way.
How about he block? How about he pick up his man on the blitz and actually blocked it?
Yeah, that too.
My God. Every time, and then you know what's funny though, Ant? Like every time he missed one, Jalen Hurts get cleaned up. It ain't even like a normal sack. Like, oh, he just pulled him down. It's like clobbers. I'm like, oh my God, Saquon, please.
Yeah, I mean, it makes Jalen Hurts look like the third. You just threw the third stringer out there. Like we can't be making him look like that. He's Jalen Hurts. Like, what are we doing? But that's definitely been a big problem, and then obviously it feeds into everything else, and obviously the play calling and the scheme for the passing game has just been disgustingly predictable. it's just confusing because you look at the first half, and we were doing some pretty good things in the pass game. I mean, the run wasn't really working all that great, but in the pass game, I mean, Jalen Hurts played his best his best half of the year, 15 to 16, 2 touchdowns. And we even saw some stuff that we hadn't seen, like, in the red zone, the 2 shuffle passes to Dallas Goedert. It's like, wow, we're in our bag right now.
Mm-hmm.
What changed in the second half?
They stopped playing cover 2. They stopped playing that Tampa 2 bullshit, and they went to some different shit. And they stopped blitzing. They fucked Kevin up. They adjusted, and Kevin was like, "Oh shit, I gotta adjust. I gotta change it up."
Yeah.
If you go back and look, bro, they played a lot. They blitzed a lot in that first half. The first 2 quarters, all out blitz, and then all of a sudden, it was just like no blitz, and they were just playing. They were just playing straight up man a little bit, a little zone. They stopped the blitzing, and we didn't adjust well to that. We really didn't.
We didn't
Our
adjust at all.
adjustment to them playing zone was comeback AJ.
Yep. Yeah, the best coordinators are proactive, not reactive, and I think Kevin Patullo has a tendency to just kind of let shit happen and then hope he can make up for it later.
I mean, that's basically what he said in the presser. He said sometimes you get in a bad sequence of football and you're just looking for that one play to spark the offense. And then we just weren't able to find it. It's like
with this offense, you can't find it.
Right.
Like, dude, this team just won the Super Bowl. We returned 10 of 11 starters. It's like a Madden Ultimate Team. And you mean to tell me, yeah, we can't find the play to spark it?
I'm a little bit out of my quarterback too, though, because he could take some time and, you know what I mean, make a better play than what's called. Like, obviously, yeah, they call AJ, but when you see them sitting on the routes, they down there running the routes for our players. Like, it's time to just, move on.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, Jalen Hurts, he did have, especially in that second half, he did have some balls where he definitely want them back, or he missed reads, or the timing just wasn't there. So I'm not completely dismissing any blame from Jalen Hurts. Like, obviously, he needs to tighten up in that aspect.
0 of 8 in the second half, you have to put some blame on him a little bit at least.
Yeah, but I mean, I go back to
very minimum amount of blame, Kyle. Because if you go back and look at that R22, they ran a lot of like dummy routes where like half the field is running just to make sure the defense goes one way, and then giving AJ Brown whatever type of coverage on the other side. And it's just like you can't predetermine plays, bro. You don't know what the team is coming out in. You don't know how they're gonna adjust. You can't predetermine shit. Like, so that's why I say like Jalen Hurts. Okay, yeah, 1 or 2 times predetermined. All right. Look, we gotta do something else, Kevin. We gotta switch it up. We throwing right into their game. Like we playing their game for them. Like.
Yeah, which is why most of the blame for me goes on Kevin Patullo because, my analogy is, you could have a manager or a supervisor that you rely on for not only your success, but like, your team's success. If they don't know how to do their job, how are you supposed to succeed at your job? Kevin Patullo obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing. At least I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I think it's very clear that you have a coordinator problem. I mean, you look at this is basically the same roster as 2023, and that team fell apart mid-season. We were all looking at the coordinator, right? That was 23.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's anything comparable to that, though. I don't think it's anywhere close.
No,
listen, Kevin Patullo's problem right now, and I'll tell you the truth. He is trying to be successful off what he's seen Kellen Moore do. He's trying to run the same offense Kellen Moore did, and people have the tape, and it's not working. Defenses are prepared for what we did last year. So now, after this week, he's like, okay, I'm hoping he adjusts. Because you don't go 15 for 16. And I want to say Jalen Hurts only missed 1 pass in the second half of the Rams game. Like, you don't have halves like that with the offensive coordinator and say he don't know what he's doing. He's just not adjusting well. With Brian Johnson, we had no situational awareness, bro. We be 3rd and 3 no, 3rd and 4 on our side of and we run a quarterback draw, like, or we run a screen with Smitty being the lead blocker. Like we did stuff like that in 23 that made me real mad. But right now, it just feel like to me, like at the half, like either Kevin Patullo adjusts at the half and he wins, or he doesn't adjust at the half and then he just doesn't adjust the rest of the game. He has to learn how to flow with the game. When it's time to, like, Vic Fangio said it like 2 weeks ago. He said you don't adjust at half, you adjust as it happens. Like that's what Kevin has to learn how to play. Like, yes, he can adjust at a half. Yeah, he can go into halftime and change the game plan. Yeah, he can see what the defense is doing after 2 quarters. But what about in the moment?
Mhm.
What about when it's right now? Like, hey, bro, they bringing a blitz every other play. Like, can we get a blitz beater? I mean, hey, they sitting back in zone. Hey, they sitting back in man. Like, can we change it up? And he went to the same play 5 times in a row. Like, that tells you he has no adjustment.
Yeah.
Smitty, like Smitty's on the team too. Like Jahan Dawson's on the team too. Obviously, Dallas Goedert was dealing with an injury, but I mean, we got other guys that can catch the rock. He just doesn't know how to evolve when somebody else is adjusting. It's just trash. Like
Yeah.
the Rams game, he didn't adjust all first half. Then we go into halftime, he adjusts.
Mhm.
And then it's the opposite with the Bucks. You had a great coming out, and then we go to half and they adjust. You're just like, we'll go to the same game.
Yeah. And and like I said, I mean, a lot of people want to blame Jalen Hurts and say that he's playing like ass. What is he supposed to do when his offensive coordinator doesn't know how to adjust?
Right.
That I just feel like is pure hate. But yeah, I mean, Smitty said it very well. I mean, he doesn't know how to adjust, and a lot of times it's later rather than sooner, and I just feel like that's going to catch up with us at some point. If he doesn't figure it out, it's gonna catch up. Not that we're gonna have the collapse like we did at 23, because this is not like 2023, because we have an elite defense and an elite special teams that's been bailing us out.
Yep.
But you gotta ask the question: how long can they last doing that? So that's really where we're at, and Kevin Patullo's got to show us something. Yep. At least this is what he has going for him, though. You look at the first two weeks, we really didn't get much of anything going on offense throughout the entire game. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he was dinking and dunking in the Cowboys game, but he was just pretty much scrambling. Like, that was the offense. It's like Jalen Hurts, he's not seeing anything, nothing to dink and dunk. He's just going to tuck it and run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's it. Kansas City game, we didn't really get much of anything going on offense either. And then, translated in the first half of the Rams game. But then, in the Rams game and last week against Tampa, you saw us put together a half, which is an improvement. But now we got to see him put 2 halves together in the same game. We have the talent to do it. It's not a talent thing. It's not that Jalen Hurts fell off and he can't read a defense.
Yep.
He forgot how to throw the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You look at the film, this guy's covered, that guy's covered, this guy's covered. He has nowhere to go with the football because the plays that are designed are so poorly designed, and Kevin Patullo doesn't have a knack for the flow of the game, that we're going to look like shit. So that's the root of the problems, and obviously the offensive line struggling doesn't help. It makes it even worse. So, we got a lot to clean up, and I'm going to be honest, Kevin Patullo hasn't given me an ounce of optimism that he will change.
Fair.
I'm going to be honest.
I disagree. I disagree with that, but
maybe I'm too off the bridge, but
I seen this man have 2 perfect halves, bro. 2 perfect play calling halves where he didn't miss a beat. Where we scored on every possession in 2 halves. Like he's had 8 good quarters right now to me so far. 2 in about every game. Like that's how I put it. Like he had the second and third quarter against the first game of the season. Then he had the first 2 quarters again against the second game of the season. Then when we played the Rams, he had the second half. Then the Bucks, he had the first half. But he hasn't put together 4 quarters. Well, technically, I can't say that. He hasn't put together 4 quarters in one game because he has put together 4 consecutive quarters, I guess, if you want to say.
Yeah.
From the Rams to the Bucks, he put together 4 straight quarters, but he hasn't put together a game. So I'm gonna give him some grace because I mean, if you ask me 4 weeks into my job, was I the guy I was supposed to be or the guy I am now? Probably say no. Probably didn't understand what I was doing half the way. So I'm gonna give him some grace, but in that grace, you gotta do more. Just more, man. You just gotta do more learning, more adjusting, and be willing to learn too, because you got guys out there that's vets. You know what I mean? They can teach you a little bit too. You can't just be, oh, I'm the OC. You gotta do it my way. Nah, like it's a team sport, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean that for me, that's really all I want to see week to week is improvement. So seeing him put 2 halves together over the last 2 weeks is, an improvement in my eyes. Maybe I'm being a bit
Easy
too optimistic,
touchdown, my God. Oh,
but yeah, I mean, yeah, he's gotta continue to put it together.
We was in a dogfight with these bums. Come on, man. You just let Matt Jones ride on the field on you.
Yeah.
My God.
All right.
Matt Jones about to have a Sam Darnold resurgence. Like,
speaking of which, that's actually the next game I want to talk about. Seattle Cardinals. This past week, Seattle snuck away with it 23-20. I kind of want to talk about Sam Darnold a little bit, so I want to know what you guys think about him at this point, because I felt all of his season last year with Minnesota, we were talking about how it's pretty much, we know Sam Darnold's probably a good quarterback now, but he's a system guy. We don't know exactly what's going to be in Seattle. A lot of skepticism around it. And so far, he's played awesome. Now, they have a top defense in the league, so that's really been helping him. But this past week, he drove down the field twice and got points when he absolutely needed it. So what do you guys think of Sam Darnold? Where would you put him in classification around the league at this point?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably top 15 in my eyes. I mean, he's not like a bum, and it's hard, I mean, over the offseason kind of trying to grade the Seattle Seahawks. Like, who are they?
Right.
Are they like rebuilding? Because it seemed like they were rebuilding, but then, they signed Sam Darnold. They signed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
They made some moves, and it's like, okay. And now they came out here in the first quarter of the year, and they've looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDonald and Sam Darnold, they've been a nice marriage together.
Yep.
And that was really my question with Sam Darnold, was like, okay, the system with KOC in Minnesota was great. You performed well, but what happens if you come to this Seattle Seahawks team that obviously isn't, from an offensive perspective, as good? How is that going to look? And he's looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the ball pretty decently. And, Sam Darnold's looked good.
hey, did y'all see the depth chart for the Niners?
Yeah. Christian McCaffrey is running back 1. He's tight end 1.
Quarterback 2 and wide receiver 1.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that first drive I watched, it was all CMAC. It was run, reception, run, Kendrick Bourne catch, run, Jake Tongs touchdown.
Insane.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think Seattle's going to be pretty legit. I mean, one of these teams are going to win tonight that we're watching right now, San Francisco, LA, and that's whoever loses. It's automatically going to put Seattle at number 2 in the division. And I would say the Rams have probably looked better than Seattle. And I think it's a miracle the Niners are 3-1, having to bounce back and forth between quarterbacks. Plus, with their wide receiver room being gutted now, like we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think Seattle's interesting.
Yeah, without a doubt on the Niners end, like they got like nobody, and somehow they're 3-1, and that's just a pure testament to Kyle Shanahan and his staff for getting next man up to play starter quality.
Yeah, and I also think there's something to be said about like the only player of significant talent that they've had on their offense consistently has been Christian McCaffrey, and to be able to consistently get big games out of him when the entire defensive scheme is around him, that's great. That's good coaching. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the Chargers and the Giants game. So I sat up here last week and I said, listen, I went with the Chargers. I felt a little bit of peer pressure. All right. I was sitting up here talking about how the Chargers may charger. Jackson Dart, a rookie quarterback, when there's no tape on a guy, you know what I'm saying? And it turned out to be right. So the Giants win 21-18. Justin Herbert didn't look his worst game of his season so far, and Jackson Dart was pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't terrible, but
no.
On the Chargers end, this has to be a lesson to you, bro. Stand on business next time. You want to call the upset? You got to stand on business.
I know. This is on me. I'm changing how I feel moving forward, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, you hit the nail on the head last week saying, that, having a rookie first-time quarterback with no film could definitely be something that gives the Chargers fits. And it did. And that offensive line didn't hold up for the Chargers, and they got pressure on Justin Herbert, moved them off his spots, forced some turnovers, and that's really all that it took to beat him.
Right.
I mean, I know the Chargers are banged up on the offensive line, so that played a huge factor into it. But we've seen that from Justin Herbert. You hurry him up a little bit, disrupt the timing, and he just doesn't look great. And credit to the Giants for having that as their game plan.
Right, and I think a big problem that the Chargers and they've done this in years past, especially with Justin Herbert, is they get way too reliant on him way too early in a game. They abandon the run way too quickly. The difference here, they had 41 passes compared to 13 carries, and they were only ever down by 10 points in the second quarter. That's the most they were ever down by. So they abandoned the run pretty quick, and they also have not been able to get Ladd McConkey going at all this season. Keenan Allen's been nice for them, so is Quentin Johnson, but I think I would argue Ladd's the best receiver on that team, and to not be able to get him going, he's been a good decoy for them, but they kind of he's got to get moving a little bit. Amarion Hampton's running the ball well, but this is probably more of a one-off for the Chargers than I'd suggest. I think they've looked better than they have in years past in terms of consistency and play calling and things like that. Their defense is sound. But yeah, I think that, dude, this Giants team, we talked about it before the season, how they're going to be fun to watch. They're going to have some interesting things about them. We talked about Jackson Dart potentially playing, and Cam Scatabo has been fun. I mean, 25 carries for 79 yards sounds like a game he would have. Just churned 3 yards every play, bumped behind the line of scrimmage and still gained 3. That's kind of his MO at this point. But yeah. Yeah, that's tough. We got to see what the Chargers end up doing moving forward. I mean, they did a lot of good things in this game. They got the quarterback, sacked him 6 times. But yeah, it goes to show what a difference makes when guys can actually rally around their quarterback. Because I was seeing some stuff today, like resurfacing of Russell's time in the Broncos, and one of the big things they were talking about is how Russ. It always seems like the rah-rah team guy was always fake, like it was an act he'd put on when he'd walk into the facility. And that's clearly not what they have in Jackson Dart. So,
yeah, no, I mean, he definitely brought the juice. And, that's what the Giants need. They need a quarterback that's going to bring them some stability and some juice that they can rally around. And it looks like they got that for the time being. We'll see how it progresses, though, because, at times, he definitely did look like a rookie. They were able to pressure him quite a bit and at times wasn't seeing the field and kind of prematurely pulling it down and trying to make a play. But, as he gets NFL reps, I'm sure that'll, subside.
Right. So another game I want to talk about, Jacksonville, San Fran last week. Obviously, San Fran's playing right now. What do you guys think of the Jags? So they're 3-1 as they sit right now. They've won some pretty close games. Trevor Lawrence, I don't think has actually looked particularly that great. And honestly, Brian Thomas has probably been the most disappointing receiver in the league this year. Travis Hunter really hasn't done much as a receiver. They're just kind of churning out these close wins. What are your thoughts? Because we saw what Liam Cohen, him and Rob Saleh having their discourse this past week. Robert Saleh told Liam Cohen he was going to fucking kill him. That's awesome. But
yeah, we need more of that bad blood between teams. Like
right, everyone's shaking hands, giving hugs and kisses, like
exchanging pleasantries. And then you got both head coaches like, "I'm gonna fucking take your head off. I'm gonna kill you." Keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, what do you guys think of the Jags? They're on pace to win that division with the Colts.
Yeah.
Not where I thought we'd be.
Yeah. That's going to be the crash course.
This is where I thought we would be.
It's going to be the AFC South crash
course. Texans offensive line is bookie hookie.
It is so bad. Dude. Oh my God.
CJ Stroud talk about, I lost my athleticism. You better find it quick, good brother. You better find it quick because you under fire. Isn't he on pace to have the most sacks in the season?
Yeah. By like 10. He's on pace for like 80 sacks.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, I think the when I talk about the Jags, for some reason I've seen this Jags before, and I'm just like, it could be fraudulent. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping they keep the momentum and you can see the Saxonville back.
Yep.
They look pretty good right now, man. They've been playing pretty good football, so I can't poop on them. But I think Trevor Lawrence still gives me the icky.
Yeah, he does for sure. I think I find it to be a little bit different than years past because, like, I felt like in the past they were winning and it was kind of fool's gold. Now it kind of feels like they're winning despite not playing their best football and they're just finding ways to win. And that could be looked at the same or different, however you look at it. I kind of look at it as like if this team starts picking it up, like if Brian Thomas becomes that receiver he was last season, if he starts picking up like that, they could be even better. Because their defense has been pretty solid.
When does he come back though?
Brian Thomas?
Yeah.
Did he get hurt in this last game?
It seemed like it, how he can't catch the ball.
Maybe.
He been real quiet. What was it? What he had last week? 4 receptions, 12 receptions. 12 receptions. Right now on the season, 12 receptions, 32 targets, 160 yards, no touchdowns.
Yep. DC struggling.
Yeah. So when does he come back? Obviously, he's
who knows?
Not technically injured, but when does he mentally check back into being BTJ?
It depends. We talk a lot about like sometimes it takes one play to make a difference, and maybe that's something that's got to happen. He's just got to have a big game. I don't know.
Some people said the only reason he had a good season was Mac Jones. Starting to look like it.
My ass if it's Mac Jones.
Last year, Mac Jones played 10 games?
I think
in
so.
In those 10 games, what was Brian Thomas Jr. Stats? I haven't checked it, but people said like his stats with Mac Jones was better than the stats he had with Trevor.
Could be the case. Could be.
Come on, bro. Y'all gonna keep giving the Christian McCaffrey every play, bro?
We'll see. All right. What else we got? Okay. Baltimore, Kansas City. I told y'all.
Seen that one coming.
We've seen that one coming. All right. They're gonna get it. They got it done at home. Patrick Mahomes, 270 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day, without having much of a run game. Xavier Worthy, I didn't realize how valuable he was for this team, to be honest with you. We knew he was a speed demon and a guy that could stretch the field a little bit, but he makes a difference on that squad for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when when you're able to create space and generate offense, yeah, it's going to make a big difference. So they as the Chiefs get healthy and they get more of their weapons back, they're going to look more and more better. I think they're going to take another step when Rashi Rice comes back. But yeah, I mean, they looked a lot better. Really more on the other side, like how disappointing the Ravens are. That might be my coldest take of the year from our schedule predictions.
Okay.
But they're dealing with a lot of injuries, like a ton.
Right.
Like they're like the Detroit Lions of the AFC.
Yeah.
From last year.
Yeah, they got a lot of injuries out there.
But yeah, I mean, the Chiefs did what the Chiefs do at home.
Shit,
they took care of business.
Before those injuries, though, shit.
Yeah, they've been playing bad all year.
Yeah.
It just didn't help that they lost more players, but they was already playing bad.
Yeah. Which is just so perplexing. Like, it's not like they had bad players. Like, on paper, they were one of the better rosters in the league. They just couldn't put it together.
Yeah, but when you have good players making bad plays, I mean, it don't help.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson playing like crumbs. What's his name? Derrick Henry, Mr. Fumblerooski. The offensive line with Daniel Falele getting whipped like you stole something. I mean, Jesus Christ. But Daniel Falele like Matt Pryor, bro. It's crazy out there.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, bro, the way they are playing as a football team, Roquan Smith cooked, Marlon Humphreys cooked.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Hamilton, he got to play so many positions by the fourth quarter. He cooked. So it's like to me, man, that team to me gotta find some heart at some point, bro. And say I want to play better football because right now, kooky dookie.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the schedule does get a little bit easier for them, but it has not been a good showing at all, and it's kind of
easier, but you can't win playing bad football.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Look, we had a superiorly better team than the Cardinals, but we played bad football. What happened?
We lost. It's true. Yeah, you gotta play the game to win. You can't just trot out on the field and say our team's more talented than you. We win. That's not how football works.
Mm-hmm.
They better bounce back this week. They got a layup. They better bounce back this week. They go 1-4 and get beat by the Texans. The Texans and the Texans favored. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're unsure that Lamar Jackson's going to be playing, so it's going to be Cooper Rush, which is probably why they're favored.
Yep. But they gotta have it. The thing is, Texans have to have this one just as much as Baltimore does. So, I mean, you never really know. I mean, two ass teams going up against each other at this point. I mean, you never know.
The ass off.
Yeah, it's an ass off for sure. Yep. Two ladies are having a mid off.
Yeah.
I guess last game we could really talk about here. Green Bay, Dallas. What a fun game.
Yeah, that was such a fun game, but
40-40 is
awesome. I want to know if you're the Green Bay Packers and you are claimed to be a Super Bowl contender, how are you tying against the Dallas Cowboys? Like, how are we tying?
Yeah. I think they're an NFC contender. A Super Bowl contender might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know if they can beat the best teams out in the AFC, or really the best teams in the NFC. I think they're a good team, probably a really good regular season team. I just I might chop this game up to just both offenses came ready to play and they were just moving the ball no matter what. Like they were both just ready to go. George Pickens had a career night. He was awesome. Both
Jack-
No,
teams.
you can't get him no excuse, Kyle. They came out there without their best player on offense and put up 40 points on Green Bay defense,
Mhm.
Mhm.
who people are saying is a top 8 to top 5 defense in the league.
Oh yeah.
They
Yep.
let a one-man band put them to sleep.
Mhm.
George Pickens had the game of his life as a Cowboy.
George Pickens in a dream
Yeah.
hung
My
40 and a
God.
tie on
Mhm.
the
What he
media.
had? What he had? Like 140 in that game.
8 for 134 and 2 tuds.
You got
In a
beat by a
tie.
one-man band, bro. That's crazy.
Is that worse than losing?
I don't
What, tying?
know. I think it's more confusing than losing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it requires extra meetings than losing does.
Like,
because we just
like,
got to
how,
talk about
how
it.
do you navigate a tie as a football team? Like, we didn't lose, but we didn't win. Like, it almost feels like a loss, though.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't win.
Yep. I don't know, man. I mean, both offenses were just humming. I mean, we knew the Packers were gonna hang a high number on Dallas.
Yeah,
we
but
just
we didn't think Dallas would do the same thing.
No.
But yeah,
No.
I mean, you ask questions about the Packers defense and chalk it
Mhm.
up to Dak Prescott legacy game.
Yeah.
But that's really his legacy game is the regular season shootouts where he comes up short.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. The Micah Parsons won this game for him in that overtime.
Oh, that sack.
Yep.
Yeah, that sack saved him.
Yeah, that was an effort sack. He had to come all the way around for that one.
What? Come on, dude. You playing your old team. You got no field awareness. You're goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He did a good job, though. He was quiet all night until that sack.
Yep. That's all it takes. Sometimes that's all you need a pass rusher for. Sometimes it just
Dak thought he
takes
was gonna get away with his slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like Baker running from Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And if Micah's not putting in the effort to get there, I mean, that's a touchdown. That is a
Easy
walk in.
touchdown.
That is a
Walk
walk
in.
touchdown. Yep. And that's poetic. That's kind of that's in a way kind of what we expected to happen at Dallas. I mean, you trade a generational player like almost pre his prime at this point, and he ends up costing you a regular season victory. I mean, any game that Dallas puts up 40, they should feel confident in winning. And the fact that they came out of this one with a tie, I mean, it's a long ride home back to the facility because I'm sure they ain't going home after that one. But yeah, what a game that was. Romeo Dobbs, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. I mean, it was an offensive shootout, and it was
Right.
fun to watch. But you got to ask questions about Green Bay. Obviously, the media was premature to put them in Super Bowl contender talk, but I think you got to question their validity in that regard. I think I agree with you in saying they're probably an NFC playoff team. But what I go as far to say is, they're on the level of the Eagles and the Lions. No.
Nope. You're 100% right.
Well, you know what separates us? Real talk. In the end of that game, they played for the tie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Teams like Detroit, teams like the Chiefs, teams like the Eagles, teams like even the Rams. You know what I mean? In a situation, the Bills, like in a clutch situation like that, where they like, we can't tie with this team. Like, they go for the win. Like, they go for the gusto. You could tell when they got into field goal range, they kind of started playing for the field goal. Like, yeah, you can see they took a shot at the end zone, but that was a shot where nobody had a chance of catching the rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
I felt like they played for the. I really felt like they played for the field goal.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And if a playoff situation, if I'm not mistaken, what's the call to get the ball back, and if they score, it's over with, right?
Yeah, I mean, you go until somebody scores a touchdown.
No, I'm saying in the second overtime, if they go out and score a field goal, it's over, right?
Oh, yeah.
Both teams had a chance, and then it's sudden death.
Yeah. Yeah, each team gets a possession, and then if they still don't score from there, it's whoever scored. If they score a field goal, game's over. So, yeah, I mean, playing for the field goal at that point, But if you're down playing for the field goal, it's just going to extend the game in a playoff scenario. It's not like it's impossible to tie in a playoff.
Mac Jones is giving the Rams belt right now in the passing game.
That's insane.
Like, bro, he's looking real crispy right now against these supposed good defensive backs.
Mm-hmm.
DeMarcus Robinson off the street giving belt.
Well, I mean, his old team. I mean, if anybody, he knows those DBs the best.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure. See Mac running the ball again. All right, let's get into these games this week. All right. Let's do it. So, obviously, first game, San Fran at LA. This is happening right now as we speak. Christian McCaffrey last week, 23 touches, 141 total yards, and a touchdown. Matt Stafford at 375 with 3 tuds. Dominant performance from him last week. As we sit right now, the Rams, before the game, were favored 7.5. And they are currently about to be down by 14. So the question is, do we see a 21-point Rams swing?
As Christian McCaffrey scores a touchdown.
For Christian.
No.
Do we see a 21-point swing?
Rams winning by 8. It would have to be at this point.
Yeah, no. I can see it. I can see it happening, but is it going to happen? Probably not.
No,
probably not.
It's gonna be a close game. So I guess at that point, I'm taking Niners
plus the points.
Yeah. We'll all take the Niners, and we'll just move on to the next one. Move right along. All right,
what's the live line?
The live line, probably 3.5 something Rams. Let me see, maybe. I mean, I imagine the Niners are probably favored at this point. Live, Niners are favored 3.5. So they're expecting the Rams to gain back 10 points.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the game that you guys want to talk about the most, I'm sure. This, for me, is a big game for Philly. Obviously, Denver's not as great as we probably thought they were, but their defense surely is. This is going to be a real test for that offense. See what they can do. What Kevin Patullo can draw up against this defense. This defense gets after the quarterback. They obviously have probably the best corner in football. Let's look at it. Sunday, it's 1 o'clock on CBS. Bo Nix last week, 326 yards, 3 total tuds, and an interception. Jalen Hurts last week, 192 total yards, 2 touchdowns, and 104 passer rating. Eagles are 4-0. Denver's 2-2. Denver's coming off a 28-3 victory against Cincinnati. What do you guys think? Like, I think, obviously, we talk about like how there's some losables for Philly. Being at home tells me they'll probably get this win here. But the way the offense has looked in terms of a consistent unit, start to finish, it's going to be an interesting one. Let me get you guys the spread.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Eagles plus 3.5. Let's go. Eagles plus 3.5. Let's go.
Eagles are favored by minus 4.5.
Oh, Eagles favored. I got 3.5 on mine.
I see 4.5.
Oh, I got 3.5.
I'm on FanDuel.
I'll be the tiebreaker.
Oh, I'm on Hard Rock. I got 3.5. I'm taking 3.5. I ain't taking that 4.5. No, 4.5 a little shaky.
Look at DraftKings. What's DraftKings?
I'll look.
Even ESPN got us at 3.5 too.
DraftKings has us at 3.5.
Okay, we'll take 3.5. All right, so the spread is 3.5 Eagles. What do you guys think?
Listen, as much as I've been, about to jump off the bridge with Kevin Patullo. I think we take care of business. I'm gonna go Eagles -3.5. I'll give you my reasoning why. On our end, obviously we have this track record of AJ Brown sounding off, and we come out the next week and make it a point of emphasis to get the pass game going, and it all looks better. So I think that will factor into things. A lot of it has to do with the line of scrimmage and our offensive line, because Denver has a great front seven. They're playing their asses off, and they're second in the league in sacks.
Yep.
So we got to lock the hell in and win the line of scrimmage battle. If we're able to do that, I think, we can get our offense going. Really, for me, it's our defense versus Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And, the say what you want. The Broncos beat up two shitty teams at home, and they're 0-2 on the road against some pretty, I wouldn't say really good teams, but some pretty decent teams.
Right.
So, and really for Bo Nix, we got to stop the run game, get him off of his spots, disrupt his timing, make him throw errant throws and force turnovers. He's shown that, if you do that, he will cough up the ball a little bit. And, I feel like the Eagles defense is, top 5 in creating turnovers so far this year. So it's going to be a big game for us, to stop the run, because that's one thing they've been doing well. But if we can do that and force Bo Nix to make some mistakes, we'll be in a really good spot. The offense just needs to lock in. This is a huge week. AJ Brown on Pat Surtain. If I know my guy, Pat Surtain's going to have to bring his hard hat and lunchbox to work, because it's going to be a long day. But only if Kevin Patullo gets his shit together. Because if not, then, Pat Surtain and the boys just going to be chilling. But I like to ride with the Eagles -3.5.
What do you think, Smitty?
I don't know. Ant be giving people props and stuff that they don't deserve. Great front seven is definitely an exaggeration. And the 2 of their games this year against 2 formidable opponents, they were completely quiet. That front seven against the Chargers and the Colts did not impact the game. Their best 2 games, which has them having really good stats, is against the Bengals and the Titans, which I compare the Eagles to neither. I think Kevin Patullo, yes, he has to have a better game, but outside of Patrick Surtain, that DB room doesn't scare me either. Like, that DB room kind of basic outside of Pat. You know what I mean? I think they're very vulnerable outside of Pat. Pat makes it hard because he takes away half the field. But I think going into this game, I think we got an opportunity to beat a team that, yes, is, playing really inconsistent. I know that, Bo Nix had a pretty good game last week, but Vic Fangio gonna have him in hell. And whoever their best receiver is, whoever the guy is that's Cortland Sutton, I'm sure it's Cortland. Cam Sutton is a cornerback.
Cortland Sutton, yeah, you're right.
I'm pretty sure it's Cortland.
Yeah, Cortland Sutton, my bad.
I'm pretty sure Cortland Sutton is going to get the privilege of having one of the best cornerbacks in the league follow him.
It don't matter. Cam Sutton, Cortland Sutton. He's still going to be in Guantanamo Bay.
He going to have the privilege of having to work a little harder this week. And I just don't see how offensively they beat us. You know what I mean? I don't see the points. I don't see the firepower to come out and beat my defense and put up enough points. Yeah, my offense has been struggling, but it's a reason it's a reason in every game we played this year, I've either put up 20 or better. You know what I mean? So I think coming out this week, 3.5. Give me the Eagles 3.5. I think the Broncos going kind of be a little bit what you've seen so far. They've given up a lot of points. I just don't see them beating us.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm in agreement, and I agree. 3.5 is too small of a spread in my opinion. I think Philly's going to run away with this one. The main reason being the turnover battle is a big thing. Philly doesn't really turn the ball over, and Bo Nix is usually good for a turnover a game. And that alone, I think, to me tells the story of this game very well. I'm very interested to see if they can get if you guys can get the run game going against this front seven. I'm very interested to see if that can happen because Saquon hasn't ran the ball quite well this year. I think he's only at 3.1 a carry or something like that. That's got to be a little bit better. The offense does have to be better in general. Because here's my thing, right? Yes, Denver hasn't looked great against some of these top offenses. We can't really call.
Hey, Kyle, do you know what Jonathan Taylor did to them in that game?
Oh yeah, right. But they also are playing.
No, I really don't know. I just remember seeing the highlights and seeing a lot of Jonathan Taylor.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is, in games that they've played great offenses, they've struggled. But I wouldn't say the Eagles are playing great offense right now.
He put up 165.
Yeah, ran the ball really well against him.
Oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see what this offense. I'm very interested to see what this offense does against their line. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be Belt most likely. Yeah, Bo Nix is probably good for a turnover in this game. I think you guys are going to get out of there.
I think honestly he's good for 2 or 3 turnovers.
Sure,
probably 3.
Sure, we'll see. He's a talented guy. He just hasn't been able to reel in the mistakes at this point.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think
so real quick game break. Blake Corum fumbled, and it's
another
San Francisco ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we? If they score here, do we see a 28-point turn? Just wondering.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah. No. Like I said, I think if we're able to stop the run, which I think we can.
Yeah.
And force Bo Nix into some errant throws and disrupt his timing. I think we definitely have it in the bag. Offense just has to get going, and like Smitty said, outside of Pat Surtain, this is a 2K generic secondary that we can definitely get off on. So, this is the week for us, to get our shit together.
Yep. Yeah. Your defense is going to give you opportunities too. So,
yeah.
All right. Game 3, Tampa Bay at Seattle. Both teams 3-1. Bucks coming off of a loss against Eagles last week. Seahawks are coming off of a game-winning field goal last week as well. Bucky Irving, 20 touches for $165 and a tud. Sam Darnold with 266 total yards, a touchdown, and the game-winning drive in himself. This is the second window of games, 4 o'clock. Let me get the spread. I should really be more prepared with the damn spreads, dog. I'm lacking.
Lock in.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Checked out.
Thinking about it, this is
3.5 again.
Yeah, yep, 3.5 Seattle.
3.5.
Seattle favored by 3.5.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this one's kind of. I'll go first on this one. This one's kind of easy for me. I'll take Tampa. I don't expect them to lose 2 games in a row, and I think Baker's a much better quarterback than Sam Darnold. I think Seattle's playing really good defensively. I don't think they've necessarily played a great offense yet. Let me take a look at their. Yeah, they played the Niners in week 1, which they lost, and they won. They beat the Steelers, Saints, Cardinals. Yeah, they haven't really beaten a great offense. So those defensive numbers could be a little bit skewed. I like the Bucs to probably win this game here.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Tampa. I can really see it going either way. But yeah, I don't know if Tampa loses 2 in a row.
Yeah.
I'll go Tampa.
There you go.
I quite honestly don't have much thoughts on the game.
Yeah.
The perfect spread. I feel like these are 2 evenly matched teams given the injury situation on Tampa.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Tampa.
Okay. What you think?
I really want to go Seattle low key. really do. But I think that secondary for Seattle, Emeka Ibuka playing how he's playing, you know what I mean? Bucky Irvin with the run game. It's gonna be a tough out for them to beat.
I mean, they are with
But
they're probably without Bucky Irving, so it is Rashad
they
White.
gotta go to Seattle. I'm gonna take Seattle at home, man. I think Seattle a tough place to play, and with Seattle playing the way they playing right now, I think they can pull that off.
All right.
Especially, I just remember that Bucky Irvin out. So Rashad White don't scare me on consistent running. I'm sorry. He ain't Bucky.
Rashad
That's why
White.
he lost his job. That's why he lost his job to Bucky. Y'all don't remember he was a starter that year before.
Yep.
That's true.
Yes,
I had
sir.
him in fantasy that year. I remember.
Yep.
I think Sam Darnold is gonna do enough to win that game. I think their running game is gonna be more successful than ours was. Which could put them in a bind. But I do know it will be a tough fight for Sam because he's gonna have to see that blitz. But if anybody can deal with it, he dealt with it with Brian Flores, practice in and practice out. He should be well prepared for the blitz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could totally see it. I think, I'd probably take the points.
Oh, I'm definitely taking the
but
points. He said spread. It's a spread. So I'm taking plus 3.5 for sure.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest though if Seattle pulls off an upset. I mean, I just feel like it's such an evenly.
Well, Seattle's the one that's favored. Seattle's favored.
Oh yeah, I'll still take the spread minus 3.5. It don't matter either way.
Yeah, I think Tampa's winning.
I'll take the underdog points, but I just, like I said, I think this is such an evenly contested game on both sides.
Mm-hmm. All right. Game 4 here. New England going to Buffalo. New England's 2-2 division matchup. Buffalo's obviously the one of 2 undefeated teams in the league yet. They're 4-0. Drake May last week, 203 yards, 3 total touchdowns, 14 of 17 passing. Josh Allen in week 4, 254 total yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. I picked this game because I think the Patriots are actually playing really good football. The spread as it currently sits, Buffalo's favored by 8.5 at home. I think the Patriots have been playing very good defensive football. And Josh Allen has the last 2 weeks not looked as great as he did the first couple. He's been good, obviously. But yeah, where do you guys sit with this game? The Buffalo's introducing their rivals jerseys this week. This is the white with the blue trim on them. I saw a tweet. It was underneath. I mean, it was a reply to a tweet. It was underneath their post that they were wearing their snow cap jerseys, and some guy responded with, "That's pretty nice, but snow melts in May," and then spelled it Maye.
That's funny.
Yeah. But division matchup here. New England's usually keeps it close with Buffalo. What do you guys think? It's 8.5.
I don't know. I mean, New England's playing better than Miami, and Miami held Buffalo to under possession.
Right.
I think I'm going to take the Patriots points here. Now, I don't think they're going to win, but I think they're going to keep it close. It might be, a touchdown game at 8.5. I think the Patriots could keep it at 7. Like you said, Josh Allen hasn't looked as great. Obviously, he's been doing enough to win games, which is what matters. Right. But they haven't looked like, that explosive Buffalo offense as we know them to be. And yeah, the Patriots are playing good defense, division matchup. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna take the Patriots points. 8.5.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Division games are always fun, and a lot of times they are close. I don't think, obviously, Buffalo is probably the best team in the AFC right now, and I assume they are. I don't think New England is that big of a drop off. Like, I don't think this is a juggernaut going up against a shitty team. I think New England's probably going to be in contention for a playoff spot. I think Drake May's been playing good football. He's accurate. He doesn't turn it over at a high rate. So and they've figured out a way to run the ball with this. They've got like a 3-back room right now.
Yep.
And they're getting a lot of they're Stephon Diggs is starting to play better for them too. So a little bit of a Stephon Diggs revenge game as well. So but yeah, I like New England to cover here, but I don't think they're going to win. I think Buffalo's going to pull it out. What do you think, Smitty?
Ah, man, it's always good to be on the side of this one because I'm hoping that they lose. I'm hoping that the Bills lose, and I'm the last one standing as the undefeated team remaining in the NFL. I really do think the Patriots found their legs. In this previous game. Then they finally found out that Stephon Diggs is on their team, and Drake May knows to pass him the ball now. So I like what I see so far. I think they got a chance to win this game. I'm gonna take the plus 8.5, but I think this could be a trap game for the Bills, who aren't playing their best football right now, running into a team that's kind of finding their stride just a little bit. And they're playing really good defense. So if any team could come in and sneak up an upset, I think it is the Patriots. Give me the Patriots plus 8.5.
All right, we're all on the same page with that one. I like it. All right, Monday Night Football.
God damn.
Ooh.
Monday Night Football.
I didn't expect to see that game. I'm like, what? They play each other? Shit.
Monday Night Football, Kansas City going into Jacksonville. Kansas City 2-2 after their beat down of the Ravens last week, and Jacksonville 3-1 after their win last week against San Fran. Pat Mahomes last week, 270 yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 124.8 passer rating, and then Devin Lloyd, in honor of him being named Defensive Player of the Month. He had 2 PBUs last week with a tackle for loss and also 2 picks. He's got 3 picks on the year, a couple sacks, some PBUs, tackles for losses, all kinds of stuff. He's playing good football. I would imagine Kansas City's favored. Let's see. They are. I'm seeing by 3. Kansas City's favored by 3 on the road. I guess the big question is, do we think Kansas City's finding their groove? Did Xavier Worthy solve all their problems, or are they still going to be a little bit sputtery moving out these next few weeks? Or did they really find their groove last week? That's kind of where we're sitting at. So, yeah, Kansas City -3.
I like to side on the side that Kansas City kind of found their groove last week. Although the Jags, they are playing really good defense.
Yeah, they are.
Man, that's tough. I mean, the Jags are such a weird team.
Right, because I don't think they're playing good football, but they're winning.
Yeah. I'm going to go Chiefs.
At least offensively, they're not playing that good.
I think I'm going to go Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think I'm just, they had a week last week to kind of get things rolling. I feel like they got things rolling. Jags at home, it's going to be a tough out. But yeah, I think, the Chiefs went 0-2. They found their groove. They're getting healthier. Xavier Worthy's back another week.
Yep.
They got to get the run game going. That's going to be a huge point of emphasis to kind of dominate time of possession in this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas City. I wouldn't, like I said. I mean, I've said it about a couple of other games. I wouldn't be surprised one way or the other, just because the Jags are playing, above expectations offensively. I feel like in the rushing game. Yeah, but I think Kansas City has enough experience on the defensive end to make some plays. Yeah. Pat Mahomes can make a couple plays on offense, so I'll go Chiefs.
Yep. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I'd like the Chiefs -3 here. Trusting Trevor Lawrence to get a game done like this against, the juggernaut of our time, really. I mean, it's kind of a tough uphill battle. The other aspect of it is too, like the way the Jags get out of this game with a win is if they can keep Kansas City one-dimensional because they're not running the ball really well right now. If they can keep them just constantly passing, and obviously it's Patrick Mahomes, but they're bound to make a mistake when you're so one-dimensional. And a team like this defense slowing down a running game, they can do that. But other than that, I mean, Kansas City by 3, it's pretty comfortable for me. I will say, though, this is a big game for the Jags. They're tied with the Colts in the division right now, and the Colts have a home game against the Raiders. So, like, I mean, it's kind of like if we want to stay tied with first place, we're going to have to come out of a win here. But it is early in the season. You know, you can afford to lose a little bit here when you're an above 500 team. So, but yeah, I like Kansas City. I think they're going to win this game probably pretty comfortably.
I took the Jags last week. Made a lot of people on the check down some bread. I ain't taking them this
business.
I'm sorry, I ain't taking them again. Shit, the 49ers are depleted. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Chiefs in this game. I don't see it, man. I mean, the Jags got to show me more than what they showed so far. I mean, they've been in. Well, I want to say they was in the what? Every game other than the first game, it's been dogfights.
Yep.
So I mean, even with the Texans, they end up in a super dogfight with that Texans line the way it is. Like I think with the Chiefs, they find a way to win, and this is another one of those games where they're gonna find a way to just pull it out on the Jags. You know, so I like the Chiefs.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all in agreement there. I mean, it's good. I think it's going to be an interesting game, but Trevor Lawrence, in his career, totally has had a fumbling and turnover problem. I think that might show its ugly head here against Kansas City, veteran team, championship caliber team. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. There's only really one other thing I wanted to talk about in the league. A lot of discourse going on around the Browns quarterback room, obviously more specifically Shedeur Sanders. He had a weird interview this week where people were media guys were asking him questions and he was just talking with his mouth but wasn't saying anything. I want to know what you guys think, because
Wasn't that response to Rex Ryan though?
I don't know. What did Rex Ryan do? I'm misinformed.
He said something that morning on First Take about Shedeur. I'll send it to you. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I seen somebody post like Rex Ryan. It was a response to Rex Ryan saying something about him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he told him he needed to be quiet or something.
Maybe he's just doing it. Either way, I think it's not like the best look, because all that's going to do is just, make the media talk about you more in ways that they probably shouldn't. He's got to get out of there. The Browns are not a good football team. They never will be a good football team. I know, because I'm a part of a bad football team, and I know we're never going to be a good football team. Very similar problems, except we don't pay, fully guaranteed contracts to convicted people. We don't do that, but we do other things that aren't good.
All right, tell me if y'all can hear this. I'm gonna play the audio real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, but why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy, or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now. See if they make a change there.
Interesting.
That was the response, and that's why he did the mute, the mosh.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, it makes sense, but yeah, it's such a weird situation with him, because you go back to the draft and the Browns didn't even really want to draft him. It was more of an ownership pick.
Yep. Rather
than the GM and coaches.
Yeah, because they had already picked Dylan Gabriel earlier on in the draft.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like he's talented enough to be a starter in the league. Obviously he just needs to get his opportunity.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of this generation of players. The NIL has these college kids thinking that they're entitled to, things that maybe they're not entitled to. Some are, obviously, but
Right.
it's just the era that we live in, and you just kind of have to
But how
adjust
would
to
you?
that.
Okay, and you still drive or whatever, right? How would you feel if you was out, if you was on a team, right, and you was out driving the driver that was the starter, and every time you like, damn, well, y'all gonna give me a chance to drive? I mean, y'all see me in practice, y'all see me outperforming this motherfucker. Why am I not in the driver's seat of the car? And then this is what's gonna happen. This is what made me even more mad. Dylan Gabriel, if he goes out there and stinks it up, you're gonna throw Shador in with no reps, and then
Yep.
hope he looks bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really, not even that. I mean, Joe Flacco is still the backup.
Mm-hmm.
It's like weird, bro. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. Like if you didn't want to draft the kid, if you didn't want to play the kid, just let him go somewhere else.
Yeah. It seems like a bit of a blackballing situation, in my opinion, but that's just my pure speculation.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you think about it, like a team like the Ravens could have drafted him, Lamar Jackson out. He slides.
You think
in
those
and
reports are
starts.
true about what he told them though?
He didn't want to.
He didn't want his career to be a backup.
The reason why I kind of believe it is because I think that could be something that Dion would feed him.
Because even the Eagles tried to reach out and draft him, and we said that he said the same thing to us, that he didn't want to come and be a permanent backup to Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
I get it, but you're not always going to get what you want. So you got to kind of suck it up, and that's where the kind of disconnect with the NIL era and the NFL, where you're kind of seeing like, Shador feels like he's entitled to be a starter, but 99.9% of situations aren't going to be like that. So you got to come in and put in the work and earn your keep.
The second
but y'all got to see it from another perspective. He's putting in all the work in practice, and he's still not getting reps with any first, second, or third team. Like, what else do? I come in, keep my head down, I put in all the work, I'm doing all the drills, I'm doing it the right way, and then you still not giving me opportunity to play at all.
Right. And it's not like we're hearing stuff coming out of practice of him like being disruptive or anything like that. Like he's clearly doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's being a good teammate, but
I think I would be more mad at him if he was like, well, I'm accepting being the backup, man. I think Dylan Gabriel's better than me. Like I would be more pissed off.
Right.
I want you to have the mentality that, hey, I should be a starter. Hey, I should be in the NFL. I'm here for a reason. Like, put me in and let me show you what I got. I like that mentality. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's better than Dylan Gabriel. I think he's better than Joe Flacco too at this point in his career.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
We just gotta see it. That's
I think he's the best. I think he's the best quarterback they have on their roster right now. But the Browns are so pride stricken at this point, they can't even accept just being like, hey, let's see if he can cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is why they'll always Brown.
Because like this is what I always ask people. Like, what happens if Shador actually gets to start and he sparks that offense and they look good?
They're not gonna have a choice.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it a little bit in preseason.
Yeah, he did look good in those couple games. I ain't gonna count.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the thing too. Like, as a football team, like if he comes in and has a spark, that's what you want. And it kind of seems like they just don't want him to do anything, which is
That's
the weird.
how I feel too, Kyle.
It's so weird. Like that, you should want that. Like, man, I don't know.
I just think it's a blackballing situation. Like, if that's the best thing for my team, I'm all for it.
Right.
I don't know what other people are thinking. Like,
yeah,
just because he's Dion's son and he's of a certain complexion, he can't get some playing time. If he's clearly the best guy you got.
Bro, when I heard the report that this man was thrown with the equipment manager in practice, bro, I was like, he cooked.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to go to a team that's got like.
I wanted him to go to the Rams, no cap.
The Rams would be a good team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then to me, I think it was the best team in his fit because, like, yeah, you don't have to start off the rip, and then you also get the opportunity to learn from, two of the great minds in Matthew Stafford and Mike Sean McVay.
Yep.
And I mean, I think that's that would have been a perfect spot because we don't know how long Matt got left. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he doesn't want to be a backup.
Well, that's the thing.
No.
He's
said
going to be a
didn't wanna
backup for at
career
max 2
backup.
years.
Yeah,
At max 2 years.
He didn't want to be a career backup, but I think if he go to a team where he's like, hey, in 1 or 2 years, you're gonna take the reins of a team like that, he'd have been cool.
And
But
honestly,
he's looking at it like,
yeah.
ain't they talking about like extending Lamar? I mean, probably extending Jalen. Like those are situations where you ain't got a starting job for 5, 6, 7 years down the road. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and your only starting time is gonna be injury time, like, or blowout time. Like
that I get. Yeah. But for me, like a team like the Rams, like even if Matt wanted to play 3, 4 more years, like we've seen time and time again that if there's a guy behind him that's younger, that's cheaper, like teams are willing to move off of a quarterback earlier than maybe they should by a year or two to let the young guy take over. And like if Shador went into a team like the Rams and performed how he did in the preseason and in garbage time, or if Matt Stafford's out with a hamstring or something for a week or two, like he's going to set himself up to take over that team as soon as Matt's out the door.
yeah, because who's the backup right now? Stetson Bennett and
right,
Jimmy G,
something like that.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly where they go. What the Browns are going to do, but I mean, we do know they're going to keep losing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, even if he's getting reps, I think he's still set up for failure going into that offense. I mean, they're not running the ball particularly well. Their best weapon right now is Cedric Tillman. Like, that's just not sustainable. You know what I mean? He's only going to find, like, success outside of that organization. I mean, Baker's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I mean, Baker found success there. Like, that's the thing. And they still got him out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
The Browns will always brown. That's how I feel about it.
Yep.
But I mean, if you didn't want him, don't draft him in the first place.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's really all I got. You guys got anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think I'm good. I think the Birds got a critical week to get things going. I think we will. And another week of good football across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting into the heart of the NFL season, and NBA's not too far away either.
No, it's not. We're getting people signed. The Currys are finally on the same team. I'm excited to watch that this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how everything turns out. We even got Giannis talking about, I just want to be a part of a winner. Before it was, I want to be a part of the Bucks. Now it's I want to be a part of a winner. But yeah, we'll see. But for now, thank you guys so much for listening to the Day One podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on both our channels, the Day One Pod and 4133 the Pod, so you do not miss any content moving forward. Make sure you go down to your local Sprint Mobile, get the 4 for $100 deal. It's $25 a line right now. Get your whole family set up with the little cheap ass Samsung you can get for $40. And make sure you subscribe, lock in, because we're not going anywhere the rest of the season. Thank you so much for all the love on all the recent videos. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane, you can enjoy the content. So with that, I'm Kyle. That's Smitty. And that's Anthony. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
We out.